Right. Hey guys, welcome to another English Mania video. I'm Kyle. Today I'm going to talk about departures. So, in a previous video I talked about how disappointed I am that I can't stay in France. But that's how it is. That's the way life's going and I've accepted it. So what's going to happen now with me is I'm waiting to receive my passport from the British consulate. I'm hoping there will be a big, pretty biometric working visa stuck in one of the pages so I can continue my travels and stay abroad, because I'm definitely not ready to go home yet. Anyway, on that note, yes, departures. So I've booked my trains out. I know where I have to go, I know when. But the hardest part of this has been saying goodbye to my friends here. First of all, there are the other language assistants who I've been working with, such as Tiffany and Itamar. Tiffany, she left about a month ago. Just 2 or 3 weeks ago, we lost Claire. She's gone. And so who's left? There's myself, an Italian called Salvatore, my friend Guillaume, and Itamar. Oh, there's another Australian, Will. He's stayed by some miracle, but I'm suspicious of what the visa authorities are going to turn up for him. I wish him all the best. So saying goodbyes, these are all people that I've grown quite close to. But I don't get emotional in these situations because I'm used to leaving people. I've been travelling since I was 15 years old. And so I'm quite used to going away. And when you're in a situation, like a particular out of your comfort zone situation with other people who are also out of the comfort zone, you tend to bond, you get along, you develop quite a strong rapport with them. It was the same when I was an exchange student in Strasbourg. It's been the same here. And so, although I will miss them, I'm going to try stay in touch. And I'm not going to get upset about it. I know some people get quite teary-eyed when they have to say goodbye to friends, but I'm not like that. I'm not like that. And with the wonders of modern communication, when you're never too far away, I know Claire's been keeping in touch with us on a daily basis with things like WhatsApp, Skype, Facebook. So no dramas there. It's not just this sort of situation where you tend to become attached to people. Also, I remember when I was travelling in Jordan and Israel, I met amazing people, wonderful people, very friendly, whom I adored. And I shall never forget, nor probably ever see again, and that's disappointing. I will also miss my colleagues here at the school. The teachers have been lovely to me, particularly my responsable. She is like a surrogate mother. From the moment she met me at the train station when I first arrived in the rain, all my baggage hanging off me, she said, "I knew it was you straight away from across the train station. I had a feeling." I think I stood out, what with a backpack and a guitar case with an Australian flag on it. I think I was pretty obvious. But no, she had an instinct that said that I was the one she was looking for. And it's true, we've gotten along very well. Whenever something's been bothering me, I can walk into the teacher's room, into the staff room, with a big smile on my face, and she sees straight through me. She knows when something's up. She has this idea. Anyway, I've been calling her my adopted mother because she had a dream that I was unwell, that there was something bad going to happen to me, and my mum had the same dream in Australia shortly after. Sure enough. So I don't play with these things. If signs, the universe is sending me a message, I try to listen. I try to tune into that. I went to the doctors yesterday, complaining about there was something ugly growing on my back. Not a mole or a wart, just a certain patch of skin was a different colour to the rest. And I went to the doctor straight away. The doctor told me to see the dermatologist. I went there this morning and they cut it out of me. So right now there's a big ugly hole in my back. Stitches. I've got a bandage here. And somehow I have to change this every day for the next 2 weeks. Myself, I have to wash and change my bandage. And I'm hopefully, fingers crossed, going to be in the UK by the time I have to get the stitches out. So that'll be funny. I wonder if the British doctors will have anything to say about the French handiwork back there. But that was fun. That was how I started my day. Now they cut a chunk out of me. They cauterized it to stop it bleeding and they stitched it up. Oh joy. Only a little bit of pain. I'm okay. Wasn't worse than any of my tattoos. So saying goodbyes. I'm also going to have to say goodbye to this little room. I'm not going to miss it. Really won't miss it. It's just like jail. It's like a jail cell from back home, really. I won't miss this. But I'm going to miss the lifestyle a bit. I haven't enjoyed being a teacher. It's not really my bag. But I have enjoyed connecting with people. And when I spoke to the students, I got the students' feedback on me. And they compared me to the other assistants who've been coming here, the Mexican fellow and a German, who've both been working at this school also. They said that these two would come give a little half-hearted presentation, hand out paperwork, and then just sit down. Or in the German's case, one living behind the camera in the room adjacent, she would just give paperwork and not really do much. But I don't know, I try to be more animated. I would get in front of the class, I would speak slowly, I would speak clearly, and I would give a presentation on things that I thought would interest the students. So social media, the internet, things like this. And I'd ask them questions, I'll try to get them thinking. So I would have them all read that document, just a sentence each. And I would stop them at intervals and explain things and let them ask questions. And they always seemed to really enjoy it because some weeks later they would reference an earlier talk I'd given to them. So they were retaining it, and the teachers have been telling me that they've enjoyed when I come in, they've enjoyed my lessons, and they've been using the material I give them in their classwork. So that's cool. I wasn't actually expecting to make a difference or make an impact, but I have, and that was fun. I also got to really get to know some of the students when I travelled with them to Poland, when I accompanied a group of students eastward. That was a great opportunity for me, and for them I hope too. We had a lot of fun, got into a lot of trouble, had a lot of fun. But the lifestyle. So I'm going to miss just sitting at the bar with my friends. The bar atmosphere here is different to back home. The only people who sit at the bar in Australia are people who've just finished work, so tradesmen, retirees, and people on social benefits. They just sit at the bar. Everyone else, they come on a mission to drink and dance. And so at the hours when you would find me and my friends at the pub in Australia, there was just too much music to even talk. You couldn't have a conversation. At least here in France, they sort of understand that bars are just a relaxed area. The atmosphere is totally different. If you want to go to a loud nightclubby sort of bar, you can find them. They are there. But the ones I go to are just chill. They're really cool. And I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss sitting on a sunken, horrible, dirty couch where the coffee table in the middle is higher than my seat. I have my big ugly boots on the table and a pint of ridiculously strong Belgian brew in my hand. Makes me sad. I'm going to miss that. I'm told in the UK that the bar culture is much the same as in Australia. So I'm not really upgrading here. I will miss France because my relationship with France has been long and strenuous. It's been a love-hate one. I've never really experienced frustration before I came here. In high-stress situations, I do well. But for example, with this British visa, a process that would take 5 days at the British consulate in Australia, 5 days, has so far taken 20 here in France, and I've still had no news, and I can't get any information, and it doesn't appear to be progressing anywhere. noticeably. Things like this, okay, just typically French problems like that, they frustrate me beyond words. And I've sort of never really suffered that. So France gets to me. I'd say France is one of the few countries where I've sort of really felt something. Things I've seen and done here, little moments in the street where the rain's falling on me, a certain building appears in certain light, I'm listening to the right music, and I have just these little, God, I love this place moments. They're few and far between, but they happen. But when they happen, they're powerful enough to sort of to stay with me, and they don't happen for me back home. It's, you know, it's here in France. I feel like I belong here. As much as I complain, and as difficult a country as France is, I do love it here, and I love the people. I really do love the people. Everyone complains about the French being rude and unhelpful, but I've been in these situations where I know any other punter off the street could walk in, be told no by administration, get angry, engage in an engueulade with the bureaucrat, and then have a bad day. But I go in with a smile, I ask questions, I'm polite, I make a joke, and instantly these bureaucrats warm up. They apologise. They try to help me. People here in France do go out of their way to help me because I put in the effort to be nice. I treat them like humans and not computers. And so this is why I think the French get a bad rap, but I get it. I understand the French and I like them. They're really my people. And even though Lorraine and Nancy itself is just a quite cold and almost forbidding place at times, and the people in Nancy are just, you know, distant and glacial, it feels very just devoid of emotion, this town. But I like that. Again, that's my thing. I like when it's cold and horrible, because then when you do have these moments of warmth between people, it's beautiful. And every time I leave France, this is why I'm sad. I'm sad also because I like to be the foreigner. I'm exotic here. In Great Britain, they hate Australians. We're treated like crap over there. They quite resent us. And, you know, back in Australia, I'm just another Australian. But here in Nancy, a town like Nancy, where there's not that many, you won't get many tourists from my part of the world or the States or anything like that. I'm a bit of a nouveauté. It's cool, and I like that. I like to be different. Even, you know, when I travel anywhere in the world, I try to avoid the main tourist track, and I make the effort to meet villagers and the people on the ground, because it's just so much more enriching. When I was in Amman and I got lost, I got completely lost, and I wandered in this little back alley, and it could have been daunting. It could have gone horribly wrong, but I asked someone for help. I had a map. I said, I've got to go here. They couldn't help me. They kept pointing at a different hotel. It wasn't the one I was supposed to be in. It was one like locally run. I got halfway up the steps and said, this is not a good place. This is a bad area. So I left. But before they helped me, they stopped me and just were fascinated by my tattoos. And that was cool. I thought that was funny. That anything could have happened to me, but no, they decided that my tattoos were far too interesting. So, that's it. The adventure's going to continue. I'm hoping I will get to go to Great Britain. From Great Britain, that's a great base to travel within Europe. I really do hope I can come back to visit my friends here. Or, I'm not far away. If they can pull their finger out, they can make the effort to come visit me. I don't know where I'm going to wind up. I could be off to Asia, Eastern Europe, South America, anywhere next. Just got to wait and see where the wind takes me. So, until next time, toodles.